So, hey, if you're anything like me, I know I have felt a little bit overwhelmed lately. I am tired of being stuck inside. I just want to move, just want to get some of this energy out. Plus, there are a couple days of rain headed our way, which means even more inside than usual. So let's just move the body. Let's warm it up. Let's ground down. Let's feel good and breathe. So start legs crossed or seated on knees if that feels good to you. You can always put a block underneath those butt bones. Palms down if you want to ground yourself. Palms up if you want to borrow some energy. Take a moment, just rock around a little bit. Kind of notice your natural tendency to sit. I know I tend to lean forward. So I'm going to pull those hip bones up. Lengthen from the back of the head. Really feel long, wide through the chest. I'm going to ground down today. Take a big breath in. Feel the belly expand. Out through the mouth. Again, breath in. Breath out. Seal the lips, sit up just a little bit taller. Breath in through the nose. Breath out through the nose. Good. Blink your eyes open. Gently make your way to all fours. Let's get on our clock here. Take a moment if you need to release the backs of the legs. Never hesitate. Let that happen. Then you're just going to start to move around in all fours. So this is an anything goes kind of movement. So I'm going to start just rocking side to side, starting to notice how my wrists are feeling, maybe some circles. Good. Maybe flip the fingertips sideways, face the outer edges of your mat. Keep the fingers really wide. And again, just sharing weight from hand to hand here. Go ahead and flip those fingers towards your knees. This is a much deeper stretch for me, might be for you as well. We're not worried about the anatomy of the rest of the body now, just moving around, let things do their thing. Good. And then go ahead and flip the fingers forward in kind of a standard all four shape. Maybe get the spine involved in it, circles, rolls, movement. If you do something one direction, do it back the other direction as well. Good. And then settle into a nice strong all fours, butt bones back. Inhale, cow. Pull collarbone bones and hip bones forward. There we go. Exhale, chin to your chest, round into cat. Inhale, cow, big breath. Cat. Inhale, cow. Good, nice strong spine. We're going to flip the fingers around. Spread the fingers really wide. Same thing. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Good, and if this bothers baby at all, just keep it more shallow. Just keep it in the up through the whole spine. That's fine as well. Keep the breath flowing. Inhale. Exhale. Good, last one. Inhale. Exhale. Good, come back around if you need to release the wrists. I know I need a little bit of a roll, go for it. We're going to melt back into a really wide child's pose, but keep it active. I'm going to use blocks to put my palms on, but if you just want to use the ground, you're welcome to. You want to let yourself sink back so the butt is resting on your heels. Lots of room for belly to hang. Palms are going to be active, so either on blocks or on the ground. And then head's going to melt down. For me, if my arms are really active, my shoulders are tight this early, my forehead's not quite on the ground, and that's totally fine. Keep pressing through the top of the head, reaching the butt bones back, and then wrapping the soft part of the elbows up. So instead of letting the arms sink, keep them really strong. Press into your fingertips or grip the end of that block. As you inhale, you're going to lengthen into a full flat back. Pull your belly in, reach the head forward. As you exhale, you're going to let the body just sink and melt down. Inhale, let it lift and lengthen. Exhale, let it sink. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Go ahead and shift forward back to all fours. You can keep your hands on blocks. If you used that block class before and you want to use blocks the whole class, you're welcome to. I'll show you a set without it though. Hands will just come straight down to the ground. You're going to flip your toes down, hover your knees up, putting all fours right away. Butt bones back, head forward. Just breathe for 3. More weight in the fingertips for 2. 1, downward facing dog. Take a moment, shift the weight around, widen the legs as much as you need, especially if you need space for that baby. Let the head shake and wiggle. Find the movement that feels really good to you. Good. Let's just start moving. Nice deep down dog. Breathe in, press into your fingertips, wrap the elbows, breathe out. Inhale, high plank, right away, shift knees if you need. Exhale, downward facing. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, downward facing. Be careful, hips get a little saggy here. Keep everything strong and long. Gaze forward, forward. Exhale, down. Again, inhale, high plank. Exhale, down. Good. Look forward, soft knees, walk up to the top of your mat. Wide as you need with your feet. Blocks are there to assist if you need. Find a halfway lift. Fold, ragdoll, so take up a lot of space. Whew, I need to waddle off my knees these days. Fold forward, let everything soften, shift the weight around. Kind of like just what you did with the wrist, you're going to do with the ankles, let them feel really good. And then we are going to go ahead and take care of our wrists right away. Gorilla pose, soles of the hands are going to go underneath the feet. You're going to bend your knees as much as you need to. Drop the head straight down. So you're just shifting weight towards the wrist. Fingertips are as close to the heels as they can get. Toes as close to the wrist. Good, and let this feel soft right now. Breath in. Breath out. Breath in. Breath out. Go ahead and let that go. Wiggle your feet back to sort of a decent stance there so you can find your feet underneath you again. Halfway lift. Good, and this time you're just going to step into your right foot all the way back into a low lunge. Breathe out. Take a moment, shift around, forward and back. Breathe in. Breathe out. Good, now breathe in, get really long and strong in your low lunge. As you breathe out, you're going to step right back to a high plank. I am going to use my blocks now. You're welcome to, but you can also just use the ground. High plank. Breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Inhale, gaze forward. Soft knees, waddle up to the top of your mat. Right away, you're going to find a halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Another one, halfway lift. As you exhale, you're going to step back into a low lunge. This time, right leg moves back in space. Arrange yourself how you need. You know what you need for that baby in that space. Wiggle it all around. Good. Get strong in that low lunge. Heart forward. Big breath in. Breath out. Get a little more expansive. Hands down to the ground or on blocks. Step back. High plank. Breathe in. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Good. So really simple flow. We're going to change it up a little bit, add in, and that's what we're going to do twice through. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, soft knees. Step all the way forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, right away, fold. Step back into your low lunge. Arrange your blocks, so take your time. Inhale, you're going to have a really long low lunge. Exhale, make it more spacious. Pull your right hip back. Inhale, high plank. This time, exhale, shift forward, knees on the ground. Inhale, wide chest. Exhale, lower down just halfway. Inhale, bring it back up. All the way to a high plank if you can. Good. Exhale, downward facing dog. So I'm using my blocks the whole time. You're welcome to as well. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, soft knees. Waddle up top of the mat, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back, low lunge. Right leg moves back in space. Fix the legs, shift around, make space. Inhale, wide. Exhale, get a little more expansive. Inhale is your high plank. Exhale, shift forward, down to the knees. Inhale, wide chest. Exhale, lower. Inhale, back up, maybe all the way. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Nice and clean all the way through. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, waddle up. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, right away, low lunge. Inhale, get strong. Exhale, wide chest. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, shift knees and down. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale, down. Good. Inhale, gaze forward. Soft knees, waddle, waddle. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, low lunge. Good. Inhale, take up some space. Exhale, pull that left hip back. Inhale, high plank. Shift and lower. Inhale up. Good. Exhale, downward facing dog. That was some work. Breathe in. Breathe out. Good. Breathe in. Slow it down. Breathe out. Good. This time, step that left foot in just a little bit. So it's actually underneath your hip bone. Lift your right leg high. Three-legged dog. Exhale all the way through. Back to your low lunge. Woo, high block. Take up some space. Left knee on the ground this time. Inhale, lift up to a whoop, crescent moon shape. Arms come high overhead. Pull the right hip back. Good. Maybe you're going to take the gaze up. Maybe not. Maybe you can get a little bit taller in the chest. You can settle that left foot down or not. I am quite wobbly today. Keep stepping in your right foot. Step, 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 step. Good. Inhale, back up. Right hand is going to grab your left wrist. You're going to lift up in space and then start to stretch over towards the right. Again, you might go pretty far. You might not go anywhere. Notice the right hip wants to lift. I want you to drop it down. Good. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, come right back up. Half splits. Blocks are great. If you have them, use them. Right underneath the hands, hands underneath shoulders. Right leg will go long. I need the space for baby, so hands are going to come inside of the right leg. I'm going to hinge forward and fold. If it feels good to you, keep that right hand outside of your right leg. Let everything be soft. Maybe even a little bend in the right knee is just fine. Right foot can relax for a moment. Just take a couple breaths here. Really opening the back of the leg. Good. Now start to get more active. If the right knee needs to bend a lot, bend it, but flex through the right foot. So think flat at the bottom of the foot, not pushing through the pad. Nice and flat. Toes are lifting up. It's like someone's pulling your toes towards the sky. And let's find a half lift here. Blocks are there if you need them. Otherwise, spider tip the fingers onto the ground. Heart forward, hips back. Widen your chest. Breathe in. Breathe out. Good. Again, breath in. Breath out. Good. Last one. Breath in. Pull that right hip back. Breath out. Fold. Let's release the right leg back to that low lunge shape. Blocks go where you need. You'll step right back to a high plank. Shift knees. Lower if you got it. If not, just stay. Inhale back up. Exhale downward. Breathe in. Right away, breathe out. Shift the right foot under the right hip bone. Inhale, lift your leg up high. Exhale all the way through, low lunge. Get long and wide and strong. Breathe in. Exhale, right knee down. Good. Inhale, crescent moon shape. So you're lifting up. Hip bones, head are going up. We're not sinking, right? We're not letting go of baby. We're pulling everything up and strong. The head, maybe you right toes, maybe you keep them active. If it feels stable, start to look up to the sky. If that turns into a back bend, great. If not, don't worry about it. Just think lifting up and pushing down. Press into the left foot like crazy. Lift your heart, widen your chest. Breathe in. Step into that left foot, breathe out. Good. Inhale back to center. Left arm grabs just below the right wrist. Lift up in space, get even taller, and start to stretch to the left, right? Sinking. You're going to keep lifting up, 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 up. Pull the hip bones up. Widen through the heart. Don't let it round. Widen for 3. Soft shoulders for 2. Good. 1 takes you all the way up. Whoo. Splits. Arms come down. Left leg's going to go straight. Again, I'm going to come inside of the leg. That's just because belly needs room. If you don't need the room, left arm stays outside. And then you're going to melt down. I'm going to use my blocks because why not? But you can go with fingers on the ground. Let everything soften. 2 more breaths. All right, let's start to get active. So flex through the left foot. Probably have to bend through that left knee a little bit more. Flatten out the foot. Feel the toes lift up in space. You're going to spider tip your fingers on the ground, so you might not be able to come up as high as me. Or you're going to lift up and use those blocks to help you. You're going to press through your left heel, pull back through your left hip, so we're evening out the hip bones. Widen through your heart. Breathe in, wide chest. Breathe out, left hip back. Breathe in, wide chest. Breathe out, drag those hip bones up to your collarbones. Last one, breath in. Good, exhale, fold forward. Rearrange your shells. Shift back into that nice low lunge. Breath in. All the way back, high plank. Either right back to a down dog or shift down, lower halfway. Inhale up, all the way. Exhale, downward facing. Good, big breath in. Big breath out. Let's go. Inhale, right leg high. Little different this time. Exhale, big step forward, low lunge. All the way up to a crescent. So soften your left knee. Step in if you need. Arms swoop up in space.
Good. Rearrange whatever needs it, and then settle through your legs. So as light as the torso is getting, I want your legs to get heavier. You're trying to pull your right hip back in space and your left hip forward. And I want you to try to straighten your left leg, but stay low. So you're not going to lift up to straighten it. You're going to push back in space and pull that left hip forward in space. Good. Arms above the head. Breath in. And breath out. Just like we did before, start to take the gaze up. Little wobblier now. Maybe it even feels stronger for you. Who knows? Push into your right foot. Lift your heart up. Breath in. And breath out. Good. Inhale back. Right arm, left wrist, just below the left wrist. Lift up. Big stretch over to the right. This should feel delicious. Huge stretch through the front of the left hip. Take some weight off a baby. Pull the hip bones up. Settle through that right butt bone. Breathe in. Breathe out. Beautiful. Inhale back. Exhale, hinge forward. Straighten both legs. Your choice. If you want to shift forward and put that left heel on the ground, you can. Or if you want to let that left heel float in a variation, you can. If you need space, you're going to, again, take right hand inside and right foot wide. That's if baby is getting too big. Otherwise, right hand outside, soften the knee, fold. Breath in. Breath out. Good. Keep the right knee soft, but the left leg is nice and strong. Start to flex through the right foot. Good. If you're pushing through the pad of the foot, see if you can flatten that out. Much deeper stretch. Drag. Right hip back. Good. Breath in. And breath out. Use those blocks or maybe spider tip your fingers. Keep the flex in the foot and let's lift the heart up. Flatten out the spine. Right hip back, heart forward. Keep those thighs active. Right hip back, heart forward. One more. Breath in. Breath out. Fold. Shift again. Low lunge. Figure out those blocks if you're using them. Step back. High plank. Breathe in. Shift lower. Maybe you go for it this time. Inhale back up. Exhale, downward facing. Always use the knees if you need. Other side. Inhale, left leg. Exhale, big step. Inhale, crescent. Lift all the way up. Anjayasana. Ooh. More wobbly sides. So right away, drag hip bones up, head up. Feel really light, as if someone is grabbing the outside of your hips and lifting up, and you're weighting yourself down. So feel that energy pulling baby up. Arms up above your head. Keep reaching back through your right heel. Maybe gaze goes up. If you're feeling super wobbly like me, maybe it doesn't. Choose what feels safe and good in your body. Breathe in. Breathe out. Resettle that left hip back. Pull the right hip forward. See if you can work to straighten the right leg now. Gaze is neutral. Press. Right heel back. Right hip forward. Left grabs right below the right wrist. Lift up in space. Big stretch up to go over to the left. Weight your left butt bone down. Keep dragging it down while you try to lift your right rib cage up. And breathe. Good. Inhale back to neutral. Exhale, pyramid pose. Hands come down. Both legs straighten. If you want to step in again, because that's more comfortable for you, step in. I'm going to stay wide, but I am going to take my left arm inside of my left foot. Variations to play with. You're doing what feels good to you. Breathe. Right leg is straight. You can see it. Use it. Drop weight through the heel, whether it's on the ground or not. Left knee bent, either a little or a lot. It doesn't matter. Bend it how much you need it. Keep thinking. Left hip back. Left hip back. Good. Now start to flex through the left foot. Good, 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 good. Pull left hip back. Let's find a half lift in the spine now. Blocks are there if you need them. And they need to walk forward because the chest is forward as well. Pull left hip back, hard forward. Left hip back, hard forward. Last one. Left hip back, hard forward. Exhale, fold. Step all the way in. Lunge. Rearrange yourself in those blocks as you need. Big breath back, high plank. Shift, knees or not, lower halfway. Inhale up. Downward facing. Beautiful. Breathe in. Breathe out. 2 more. Breath in. Breath out. Last one. Breath in. Breath out. Good. Soften right down to your knees. Really wide, right back to that child's pose we started with. You can use the blocks if you'd like. This time it's going to be softer, so lots of room for belly. Arms can be straight or on the ground. Blocks are there if you need, but this time they're soft. Arms are falling. Head drops. Jaw releases. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breath in. Breath out. Good. Gently start to move the forehead to the left. You're going to walk your arms over. Right hand's going to walk to the left. Left arm goes as far as you need. But instead of lifting up, I want you to drop heavier through your right butt bone. Forehead down on the ground, or maybe right ear down. Soft stretch through that right side. Slow everything down. Good. Gently walk yourself over to the other side, and you're welcome to use blocks here. You can put that left hand on the block if you want. Walk yourself over. Room for baby. Either forehead on the ground or left ear on the ground might feel really nice. Drop, drop, drop through the left hip, the left butt bone. Good. You're going to come back to center. Scoot those blocks out of the way. Shift forward to all fours. Hips line up with knees. This time you're going to walk your arms way forward. Puppy dog pose. Soften the arms. Forehead rest down. Let the chest just spread. Notice the toes want to buckle in. Keep them parallel. If it feels good, lips down, chin down. That's up to you, right? Whatever shape feels good to you. But I want you to release the belly here. Release the chest here. Breath in. Breath out. Last one. Breath in. Breath out. Softly shift to the forearms. Gently walk yourself back. Find a seat on your heels. Rearrange, sort and scoot. Ooh, palms down to ground, palms up to receive, wherever you need to be. Length behind the neck. Lift that baby up. Sit up tall. Breathe in. Big sigh out. Widen the chest. Breath in through the nose. Big sigh again. This time hands to heart center. Seal your lips. Sit up even taller. Breath in. Chin to your chest. Breath out. Take a moment. Thank yourself for slowing down. Thank yourself for breathing, connecting with your mind and body, and taking care of yourself. Really awesome job. That's it. You did it. We moved. Body's open. Hopefully the legs feel a little bit good, feel a little bit warmer, feel like you have more energy and you're ready to take on the day and potentially the rainy days that are to come. I will see you guys soon. Bye.